Alright, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. Quick show to the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. And your brothers be edified. There's a certain event that I seen today, live in person. And it was something that I saw which was really uncalled for, but knowing the times that we are in, a lot of things start to make sense. And what I'm speaking of, matter of fact, I'm just gonna go straight to the scripture. Matthew 24, my favorite, 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And the incident that I was in my car waiting for some orders, and I'm around my way. So I'm across the street. I see somebody I know who I get food at seemed like he was going to his car. So he was met by another person, and that person was pissed. So when that person was pissed, so I kind of observed and watched it. So this person was mad because the guy, according to him, was parked near his driveway. Yo, I kid you not. The man, it was like an inch close to his driveway. This old man, made a big deal. Like, he prevented him from doing what he gotta do. And the man was drinking. So he was like, awesome. Next time, you gonna let that shama get your fucking car towed and all this, that, to the third. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the shit. And the guy looked at me. The guy I knew, I just shake my head. And he just shook the head and walked away. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, all that could have just been unavoidable. All he had to do, all right, you couldn't drive your stuff inside the way you wanted it. The man's right down the block. It's not like he's just parked and he's somewhere else. He's right down the block. So I just tell him like, yo, next time, watch me. I couldn't do this and that. This nigga was fucking irate. He was so irate. It was just unbelievable, unbearable. And he was cursing him out. His woman was there, and she was laughing like it was a joke. I'm thinking like, damn, yo, these people don't know. They don't see the faults in what they have done. Because that guy that they cursing out, he has a lot of juice around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of people that will back him up. And these people just moved there. So I'm looking at it as like, people are really that dumb. But it's not the reality that they're that dumb. It's just that the Lord is putting a cold spirit. Because right down the block, there was an accident. And I guess one person was pleading with another person, and it's like the spirits was just being roused up. And what's happening through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you have in a stressful environment is becoming unbearable for the people. All right, the events that's taking place is unbearable, and people don't know how to react to the things that's coming down on them. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna make this short and simple, but this has a lot to do with a lot of things. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. When you have oppressive rules that's constantly applying to people that's in poverty, that's going through a lot of things, and you add in more things, which entails you add more stress to them. They don't know what's going on, how they're gonna live, and so forth. The people mourn, and when the people mourning, and especially in a society where all you being taught is to be emotional, The only action that they know how to do is just take things to their own hands. All right. This is why we know for a fact, and we've been said it. There's a saying: when the people lose it, they lose it all, and that's what's happening. People are losing it because things just not adding up to them. You know, it's people already in New York City already have freaking problems. But when you add all these other stressful things, people do stupid shit and say dumb things that they don't really think about it. And yeah, drinking some liquor to get your anger, you know, to rouse you up is not a smart thing because that shit could come back to you. But anyways, Second Ezra 15 and 10. No, let me go straight to the point. All right. And 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn in the foundations. Matter of fact, 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out arms, talking about the elect. The Lord is going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And when the time the Lord was putting those plagues on the Egyptians, I guarantee you a lot of the Egyptians are turning on other Egyptians. Because, once again, when people are running out of options and is out of their control, they just take the anger on one another. Okay? That's why, real quick. Deuteronomy 37 says, And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and all them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So the same curses, Deuteronomy 28th chapter, that we are affected by, all these other nations are gonna feel it, because he looked like he could possibly be a Jake, but his spirit, something about that man's spirit it rubbed me the wrong way. He probably a heathen, but he was in his mindset. It was like, yo, this guy's, because the other guy, you know, he's a Simeon, so he just took it cool and everything, but he's talking to Simeon like it's nothing. And I know when this guy could get you bodied if you disrespect him in a type of manner. You don't know. You don't know who you're dealing with anybody. And that's why a lot of people is going to be put to death instantly, because they're going to do something to the wrong person, and that person is going to take actions, which I'm going to read it. It says, And Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with plague, and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And the Lord's bringing a plague upon this world, man. It says, They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting, and the hell with the fearful continents. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So it's going to get to a point where people are not going to tolerate anything. Now, do you want to ask yourself this question? You want to get in an argument with somebody that something's really petty and that could really put your life on the line? Because these people, it's not only here in New York, it's all over the place. All over the world, people are losing it. They're losing it to a point where they're throwing all caution out the side. All right? All caution out the side. They don't give a rat's rear end, because people are taking, they just being their natural self. When people fault laws, what happens? People tend to lose it, and this society is cooking up nothing but confusion, and is serving bowls of confusion to the people. Then you wonder why people is gonna, when that time comes, lose it. All right, which they're gonna lose it because the lack of bread. So there's a lack of conveniency that's being taken away from them. A lot of people that just bought homes and they can't even afford to keep their homes. A lot of people got losing their jobs left and right unrighteous decrees. It says, going back to this foot, going back to the scripture, it says verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And there was another video out there. Damn, I should have put it. Where it was a NASCAR interview, and they was interviewing some guy, and in the background, all you can hear is "fuck Joe Biden." Fuck, like, people are just losing it. You know, they're here. They're talking about the highest office in the land, and they just showing nothing but total disrespect to the person that's sitting in the highest office in the land. So these people are losing it. They're gonna lose it even more, and that's Matthew the 24th chapter 12 verse is gonna take flight. The love of many shall wax cold, man. These people gonna start bodying one another for the simplest thing, and we're not even to the point of the real stressful period, man. And these people are losing it. And there's countless videos. I don't have to. People just end up just shooting, killing one another just because they're losing it. All right. But when the real pressure takes them about, they're gonna take their anger on. They're gonna go after the governors, the mayors, and the congressmen, and so forth. They're gonna go after them. All right. This forcible famine that's taking place from the West Coast people are gonna start feeling it. People are gonna start feeling it in their pocket. Hey, this is driving around. Damn near you gotta fill your tank like 3 times a week. All right, and you're not even getting paid properly. People losing jobs, lost their unemployment. It's about to get real out here, man. They should not regard their princes, no, their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. And the course of their action will stand in their power, because they're gonna take power into their own hands. They're gonna govern their own selves. They're gonna come up with their own laws. Hey, Esau had in Seattle, it said they had made an atomic, I don't know how they say it. They made a zone just there was gonna be their own country and so forth. They're just practicing everything because they know what's gonna happen. They know exactly how it's gonna happen. They're just playing things out. They're just trying to control the narrative. But these people are going to lose it. But the people that's going to lose it, you got to be very cautious, because now you're putting your life and your family in jeopardy, because your initial reaction of just pure emotions will get you killed. All right. It says, and here's another thing. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. And now they're pushing the law. Well, they try to push it. Biden trying to push about the passport to be domestic. So if you want to travel to another state, you're gonna have to show some proof of you know what. This is a perfect formula, man. And Brakataya Halbashim Yahushai, let this thing keep going. Let these people lose it. As long as they don't affect us and piss us off, because we're the worst ones to piss off. Scriptures clearly tells you anybody that offends one of the ones that believe in Yahweh Shah is better that took a millstone and wrapped around their neck and drowned. Because our curses will be heard, man. When you set up curses on these people, it will be heard. The Most High is not playing. Judgment is coming like water, man. It says, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. Because the current climate right now, the current condition is going to make these people lose it more. When you start dictating, telling people they can't go here and there, when they're accustomed to doing whatever the hell they wanted to do, they're going to lose it. And then especially when there's no food around, and then the people that has the power that's eating up all the good food, and it's over, man. America's through. So with that being said, it's something real quick to the spirit. Shalom to the elected nations. Shalom.